Hi there, I'm Michael Puldy, CEO of Puldy Resiliency Partners, and I'd like to welcome you today to our series on OSHA's COVID-19 guidance for the workplace. With me today is Michael Goldman. Michael is our Director of Occupational Safety and Health. He also has a Master's of Public Health from Emory University. He's a certified industrial hygienist, a certified safety professional, and he's certified in ISO 45001, the International Safety Standard. As part of this four-part series, HAVRION and Puldy Resiliency Partners will walk you through COVID-19 guidance provided by OSHA, intended to keep employees safe and healthy in the workplace. My colleague, Michael Goldman, will also talk about how these guidelines are important and what you can do to implement them in your workplace. Michael, welcome.
Good morning. OSHA in January of 2021 passed a guidance document that's a little different from a regulation. So this has not been through Congress. It's not law, but since it is guidance, it can be cited by OSHA. And it's 16 bullet points, how to establish your COVID-19 response program, how to manage an ongoing program, how to train and communicate the program, and then they've also added some items for just basic compliance.
Thanks, Michael. Quick update on the firm. Puldy Resiliency Partners is focused on reducing IT risk and improving employee safety. We're all about business resiliency, and anything that you can do and your clients can do to improve their ability to respond to hazardous situations and preferably avoid them altogether, the better off they're going to be for their clients, their stakeholders, and of course, their employees. So Michael, as part of our 16-part series, what are we going to talk about in today's program?
Today, we're going to talk about establishing your basic program, what OSHA requires you to do to establish this program. Kind of a health and safety rule of thumb is we want to recognize, evaluate, and control hazards. So when you're establishing your program, really what you're talking about here is the recognition and the evaluation part. And so in the later sections, we're going to get to how to control. But the first things first, one of the things that OSHA is asking us to do is assigning what they're calling a workplace coordinator. And this is a pretty simple approach. This coordinator does not require any specific or formalized training in COVID-19. So it's not like OSHA is asking you to have a virologist in your workplace, but they're asking for they're asking you to have a point person to manage this program. So if they were to come in to a workplace and have questions about your COVID-19 program, this is the person that they would ask. And it can be an HR person, it can be a dedicated health and safety person if your firm or facility has dedicated health and safety, or anyone that is going to oversee and be the point man for or point woman for this this program. Next slide. Hazard assessment, that's essentially what we're going to do to figure out where our potential sites for exposure to the COVID virus are for our workers. So depending on what kind of workplace or facility you have, we could foresee different exposure scenarios. But the one example that's kind of jumps out at me, because this is where OSHA is spending a lot of their time, effort, and attention, is something like a dental office or medical office. And your potential for exposure there is significant, because you have people coming in from outside who you don't know what their exposures may be. They're sitting in a waiting room, then they're coming back into the examination room, and our employees are getting very up close and personal with these people. And we have no idea what their trajectory of their exposure may have been. So we would have to assess that as our hazards. These are the places that we're going to have to implement controls, and we'll talk about those controls in a minute. So these control measures, these are the things that OSHA has recommended as different kinds of controls. Implementing physical distancing, so the social distancing that we're all getting used to everywhere we go, pretty much every walk of our life. We can implement that. That'd be something that the scenario that I just mentioned with the dental office, make sure that people are seated more 6 feet or more apart. installing physical barriers where distancing can't be maintained. So when people have to walk up to a counter and interface with our employees, that's a good place where we could put a physical barrier, a sheet of plastic or a sheet of plexiglass. Suppressing the spread of COVID-19 using face coverings. We're all getting used to wearing face masks, but you can post on your door the minute you walk through that door, you're now required to have a face mask. That's considered a method of control. Improving ventilation. You want to make sure that you're having an adequate number of air changes per minute in this workplace. So that may require that your current ventilation system is being assessed by someone who has the background and the education to do this, and maybe even a professional engineer, and then recommending upgrades to the system and even overseeing their implementation. Personal protective equipment. If we go back to our dental office scenario or medical office scenario, the dental hygienist and the dentist themselves that have to get up very close into the person's space that they're working with. They may be required to wear gloves, may be required to wear a medical gown, may be required to wear a face shield on top of the face mask. So those are some examples of personal protective equipment. And we also have to provide equipment and materials to conduct good hygiene. So if we're going to disinfect a workplace and we're going to clean a workplace, we have to make sure that our people have got the equipment that they need to do that. And finally, performing routine cleaning and disinfection of all of our work areas.
So, Michael, a lot of these things sound like, one, basic hygiene, but two, they're not very expensive.
They're not very expensive, so it's not going to require a great outlay of capital to comply with this section of the regulation, with the exception of if you're in a situation where you have to redo your HVAC system, your air handling system, that could run into some money. But I think with that, we're really looking at extreme cases.
Great.
So to summarize, we're going to select a coordinator. As it says here, we're going to anoint a program owner. So this is the person that if any of our people in the workplace have questions, or if an OSHA compliance officer comes in and has questions, this is who they're going to see. We're going to conduct a hazard awareness assessment. We're going to make sure that we know where our potential points of infection or exposure to the COVID-19 virus may be, and we're going to implement the controls. So once we have done this, we have established our basic program to comply.
Thanks, Michael. In addition to this, we really like HAVRION's health and wellness solutions, including their thermal technologies. And it's not just a matter of putting in process and procedures, but there's a good influence of technology that can help companies really automate and improve their ability to report in the case that OSHA comes in or a state or federal regulator asks to understand what a company is doing to protect their environment and their employees. So let's listen to HAVRION.
Thank you for that introduction, Michael. Hello, my name is Susan Grossweiler, and I'm the Operations and Program Director here at HAVRION. We're very excited to be partnering with Puldy Resiliency Partners and to be able to support this 4-part series around OSHA's COVID-19 guidelines in the workplace. HAVRION is focused on protecting life, and with our Protect suite of products, looks to provide innovative technology and solutions supporting active shooter, environmental, weather, fire, and health and wellness solutions within schools and businesses. In 2020, as you can imagine, the largest threat to public safety was COVID-19 and the concerns around wellness and safety to ourselves and others. And this concern has continued with us into 2021 and the current administration. In support, HAVRION's launched a wellness solution that goes beyond the scan. HAVRION's Detect thermal solution looks to join not just the scanning device to your environment, but to seamlessly support pre, during, and post-reporting and documentation aligned to COVID-19 guidelines and support of your customers' business needs. HAVRION excels at the real-time data convergence from one or multiple scanners that can be within one or multiple locations around the country, all driving data into a single cloud interface and management portal, We also provide the ability to configure multiple devices at once, saving you time. HAVRION is a SOC 2 Type 2 certified company focused on the security of our customers' data and the transmission of that data to our customers' record keeping and compliance. Our enterprise portal looks to make our customers' lives easier, providing the tools and support that they need to align, again, to those COVID-19 guidelines and their own health and wellness emergency plans. So HAVRION's portal ties directly into our thermal scanning devices powered by RichTech. Whether you're looking for a simple thermal scanning device or a more advanced unit supporting mask compliance, facial recognition, or even QR code survey integration, HAVRION provides solutions that can easily work within your environment. HAVRION can even build out custom API integrations to support your data collection from these devices and reporting needs within your customer. As you can see here, this is one of our thermal scanning devices where it provides the temperature. It also provides the color coding of red or green, depending on your pass and fail, as well as the facial recognition, even when a mask is on, to allow for those options that you've chosen in your configuration to be present on the screen. It is also an FDA and ADA compliant solution that we're providing with an IP65 rated medical grade material that these devices are made out of. One of the other great things about our thermal devices is that we've actually worked with our partner to build the thermal scanning device directly into the unit and not have it on top. So it actually can be used great in multiple environments, whether that's indoor, outdoor, or shaded or sunny areas. And like most thermal scanning units, right, it's going to detect that temperature within 3 seconds. You're going to be able to have an accuracy within 0.5, which is extremely important, right? You want to make sure you have the most accurate units out there on the market so that you don't have to be sending people home when it's not necessary, right? And then that ability to sort of maneuver those settings with configurability and sort of what that ideal temp default is right out of the box. So to really summarize, right? HAVRION goes beyond the scan, providing pre, during, and post health and wellness solutions for schools and facilities of any size. We drive multiple communication paths, supporting our customers' safety plans for protecting their students, employees, and guests. And HAVRION really looks to provide layers of protection and delivers a path to expand your solutions to protect life with our Protect suite of products. Those being Alert Mobile, Detect, and Connect with digital displays. If you'd like to learn more about those solutions, please reach out to us and we'll be happy to provide you a demo. And as always, HAVRION is here to support keeping communities safe. And we have a quick video to wrap up today's presentation.
Welcome to HAVRION Thermal Protect, powered by RichTech. It's no secret that our daily lives have been changed by the COVID-19 pandemic. It's affected the way we live, work, and do business. Business leaders should be asking themselves, are you properly communicating public health and safety guidelines throughout your organization? Do your employees, customers, and partners feel confident in how you are handling public health concerns? Are you able to provide thermal ID reads and notifications in a non-intrusive and discreet way? HAVRION Thermal Protect is a versatile, in-depth, and non-intrusive way to enhance safety and promote wellness in public spaces. Bringing together RichTech thermal scanning technology and HAVRION's unique platform, we can identify and check every person's temperature before they walk into any building or enclosed space, and rapidly provide instructions and messaging to them so they can move safely and confidently. HAVRION Thermal Protect is an ideal solution for schools, universities, restaurants, office buildings, shopping centers, hotels, and other public spaces. HAVRION Thermal Protect is a solution that gives you safety and confidence by inspiring workplace confidence and advanced data analytics to enhance the customer and user experience. Versatility and customization through advanced messaging options, settings, and a diverse lineup of mounting option taking into account wheelchair accessibility and people of all sizes. Speed and accuracy With AI-driven technology, the solution providing a result in less than 3 seconds while accounting for mask compliance and facial recognition, and compliance and security. Adhering to HIPAA, ADA compliance, and FDA standards, our solution is cloud-based with 3 levels of encryption with an easy user interface, allowing for multiple device management from single login. HAVRION Thermal Protect isn't just a thermal ID scanner. We go beyond the scan and beyond the typical use of digital displays to enable rapid response alerts that can protect life. Want to see Thermal Protect in action? Talk with one of our reps and schedule a demo today.
Thank you again for joining HAVRION and Puldy Resiliency Partners. We hope you enjoyed our video. During this 4-part series, we hope that you got all the information around OSHA's compliance for COVID-19 within the workplace. And if you need more, please contact HAVRION today to learn more about our thermal solutions and consulting support through Puldy Resiliency Partners. Thank you again for joining, and have a great day.